Mr. Prakash Raj, thank you very, very much for your time here on Mirror Now. Now, we've been trying to speak to you for a month, so we are thankful you agreed to do it now. And you agreed to do it on a day when the Congress has finally picked a chief minister for the state of Karnataka. First things first, can I ask you, on the day of the Congress's win, why you put out the message, "Thank you, Karnataka, for kicking out hatred and bigotry"? You don't stop there, sir. You put out a meme which was fairly critical of the BJP as well.
Yes, I have been critical of the BJP for what they have done to this country. And see, you question the people who are ruling, isn't it? So in a democracy, opposition parties don't win. The ruling party loses elections. People bring them down, and the whole ecosystem, which is filled with communal violence and those sort of bigotry. And I'm happy that Karnataka rose up to the occasion and sent them away for what they had done.
Mr. Prakash Raj, were you expecting this victory? You know, before the results were out, you know what the exit polls were saying. Out of 10 exit polls, there were 7 that were predicting a hung assembly. There were 2 that were predicting a clear win for the Congress party, and 1 a clear win for the BJP. So was there a sense, even when the campaigning was underway, that probably this is an election that the BJP is going to rule? In any case, Karnataka has a history where they don't vote in incumbent governments. They haven't done so for the last 40 years.
I was very sure because my ears are to the ground, and I work theatre. I spend a lot of time on the grassroots of Karnataka, and we knew, it was written on the wall, that BJP will lose because of what they have done, the way they ruled, the way they behaved. And I was very sure, because it is not a vote for Congress, it is vote against BJP which worked. Because people were really angry and they were really disappointed with how the BJP behaved as a ruling party. So I was very sure of these numbers. It is not a surprise to me at all.
Mr. Raj, when you say that you were, and the people of Karnataka were angry and upset with the way the BJP behaved, could you tell us what exactly is it that you mean, sir?
You see, you can't take these nataks anymore, no? Ram, Bajrang Bali. You know, when you want to ban an organization called Bajrang Bali, it is misusing the name of Hanuman. And when a prime minister of this country, a democratic country, says, vote saying Bajrang Bali, it is very communal. And the sort of hijab issues, and the sort of, the minorities being attacked, the sort of reservations they wanted to change, all this, we did not see development. We saw only this rhetoric which was around. And I think people, and not only that, and it is not only a local issue. I think in spite of Modi ji, our Prime Minister, having so many shows, I think the resentment is against the state government and also the central government. I think it together worked in Karnataka, and it is the people who voted them down.
When you say, the issue of Bajrang Bali, the fact that Lord Hanuman was equated to the Bajrang Dal, etc., would you say, in your opinion, because many people have said it, that it ended up actually working out for the Congress, working out pretty well for the Congress party, because it ended up polarizing votes completely, and that in the end benefited the Congress party more than it benefited the BJP?
Let us not talk about who it benefited. It is their loss. Their whole idea, their whole propaganda failed. It is BJP's loss. Now, the way the people have given the mandate, it is a warning to Congress too, that if they don't deliver, people together can come together. Because I am a citizen's voice, and even if you do it, it's a warning to them. I think even they need to wake up.
You call yourself the citizen's voice. Sir, can I ask you this? While the mandate is very clear, just my last political question and then I'll move on. The mandate as far as Karnataka is concerned is very clear, but we've seen Bangalore, for some reason, buck the trend. Because if you look at the number of seats in Bangalore urban, it's almost 50-50 between the Congress party.
Urban voters.
Yes. Why do you think it happened?
It is the person who has got 3 food, who's little comfortable, is the one. The educated people are the one who are not thinking. They are the ones who are not voting, and it is not a surprise, because that much of brainwashing has been done, and they are not been realizing what the rural folk or the poor or the middle class is suffering. because whatever BJP has done has not hit these so-called urban and comfortable living people. So to eradicate that sort of a thought process, to bring up country first and not their personal choices, I think it will take some more time, and they will realize soon.
Mr. Prakash Raj, Bangalore urban contributes...
And that is left to the Congress now to have a governance in such a way. It is left to the Congress to change that, and saying that we mean business.
But Mr. Prakash Raj, you are saying that the people of Bangalore are not thinking. The people of Bangalore contribute 36% of the state's GDP. It's India's IT capital. It's India's intellectual capital.
That is the problem. That is the problem in this country. That is the problem in this country. The learned, educated people are the problem. 50% of them don't vote. And 50% don't understand the reality. These people are argumentative Indians. You have to be neutral. You have to see. You need a governance. In spite of the potholes, just because one man comes on a profession and you just see the whole idea of having a national leader. See, even this question of who has to choose a chief minister, it is a party's internal matter. It is the MLAs who elect. No citizen of this country can elect a president, a prime minister, or a chief minister. You are supposed to elect your representatives of your constituency. We are not looking at that. No, again the same hero worships, he will do everything, but ask them the direct questions, they have no answers. They just want to argue, they don't want to lose. This doesn't work. I think all of us have to be a little responsible and accountable when we choose our representatives.
Mr. Prakash Raj, I've gone through your Twitter timeline, and very often I see memes that you put out and pictures that you put out with Prime Minister Modi on one side and Hitler on one side. Why this comparison? Is it fair? And are you saying that you find no merit in what the BJP has done in the last 8 years? Yes, they have made mistakes, but they have succeeded in some things as well, which is why the country has overwhelmingly voted for them election after election.
No, if they have succeeded, they are supposed to do their duty, and they have done it. It is not something to be great to things like that. But look at our leader, the Prime Minister of this country. Look at the procession he makes. Look at how self-centric he is. It reminds me of Hitler. It reminds me of somebody. We don't need a dictator. We don't need. I mean, he has the audacity to say a vote for BJP is for vote for Modi. It doesn't work like that. The way he costumes, the way he comes, how much money he spent. You don't talk about issues. You talk about religion. You talk about, see, we have to be today. You don't talk about today. You talk about centuries old Tipu Sultan. You will talk about decades old Nehru. Why are you not talking today? Why are you not talking future? I don't find any vision in what he says. He's always fighting. He just goes to a rhetoric. And that I'm not comfortable with it. And I'm not comfortable. If he's saying vote as Jai Bajrang Bali, as a minority, as a different person with a different belief, I'm not comfortable if one of the leader is taking sides. This is not done. And this is what all dictators have done. You see a body language, you see a psychological language, you know how they are obsessed with themselves. That is not the way. As a citizen, it is my money, it is our money, our tax. He is supposed to look after that. He can't spend on himself like that. Imagine one rally, you are not talking about issues, but your MPs are busy collecting flowers, bringing people to shower on you. No, sir. Today we have grown so much that you can inaugurate some place on a video conferencing. Why do you block roads? Why do you come? Why do you claim that you are giving out of your hands? No. Putting roads. How many Vande Bharat trains will you inaugurate? No, not done. It's too much of exchequer's money spent. Too much of narcissism. Can't digest it as a respective, as being known, because I pay taxes. I don't want that to be wasted like that, isn't it?
But Mr. Prakash Raj, the flip side of the argument will be this is the Prime Minister of the country and he needs to have a connect with people. He needs to be seen in various parts of the country. And of course, money will be spent, but this is money well spent. He's connecting with the people of this country.
He has to be felt. He has to be felt. He need not come and yell at everybody, talk at everybody. No, not necessary. Is he so desperate? Out of sight is out of mind? No. He is behaving like a prachar mantri in this country. Not done. They have, before the elections, inaugurate. After the elections, campaign. No, sir. No, madam. No.
Okay, let's shift our focus. Okay, before I shift my focus, can I ask?
I read him through and through.
Okay. Before I shift my focus to other things, can I ask you if there are any plans to join politics? I ask you this because you are very articulate. You have clear political opinions and stands. You don't hesitate to articulate them. Plus, I've seen your Twitter DP, and I urge our viewers who haven't to please go and have a look at it. Though I'll put it on our screens as well. Mr. Prakash Raj, almost seems like you're preparing to don the robes of a neta. Is it happening anytime soon?
Let me tell you very thing clear. Electoral politics, I am not into it anymore. Electoral politics, I am not into it anymore. But as a responsible citizen of this country, and the art, the people, the love, the sort of stage they have given, I have decided not to be a coward. I need to question whoever it is. Whoever comes to power, I am an eternal opposition party. I am a citizen of this country and I am exercising that right, and I will do it even if I am the last man standing. Electoral politics, I am not going to get into it because I feel that I have more to do being with the people and asking the right questions and trying to create the right ecosystem.
What was your view on Kicha Sudeep campaigning for the BJP? I know you were not very happy with it. Why is that, given that every one of us has a right to make a political choice?
I am not happy. Everybody has a right to make. Kicha Sudeep, I know him. He's a very sensible person. I was shocked and I was surprised that he will go and stand with those people who are corrupt, who have not done anything to Karnataka. You know, so you need to be neutral on that. I didn't go and campaign for Congress. I questioned as a citizen against the system. My point was bringing down the people should decide whom they want. And I think Kicha Sudeep should have done that. But, well, he has a right. If you're going to ask me if he has a right, he has a right. And I have every right to say, I am disappointed with you, Kicha. With all respects for your talent, for whatever the mass you have and the fans you have, I am not afraid. And the fans of Kicha are against me, they are yelling, their language is different, but I don't care. Because for me, my conscience is more important and I put my foot down. Yeah.
Did you have an offer from the Congress party to campaign for them, sir?
Nobody offers me because they know I question them too. And I am rich enough. I don't need any party to give me. I am a very busy actor. I earn enough and I am rich enough to lose. I have enough to share. I have enough to spend. No party offers me and they don't need me. Because I am not ready to sell to any political party because I will lose the right to question and I cherish it the most. My freedom, my liberation. I am a more liberated citizen than being in a party.
Does it upset you? I don't know if upset is the right word, but that's the only word that comes to my mind right now, about the film industry in general. And you work across film industries, sir. You work across, 4 industries down south. You are a multilingual actor. We see you in Hindi films as well. Does it upset you when you see the industry, the film industry, across regions being so politically correct, especially Bollywood?
Definitely, yeah. Because as an artist of a society, you need to be with the society because they are the ones who are brought up to it. And now you are going to use your popularity or to save yourself or for the greed of money or want a little comfort zone. See, an artist, if he becomes a coward, if he sells himself, he sells the society. and you misuse the love of the people. So you need to be with the people, and it is very upsetting. But well, these political parties have their own agendas. They know whom to buy, whom not to buy. And I'll tell you, the history may forgive people who have sinned, who have been wronged, but it will never forgive those who sold themselves out and who were silent, because that has played a major chunk. I am disappointed with a lot of actors and creators who have, I don't think it's ideological. I think there is something else of want and some selfishness. I think that's not fair. I really feel hurt for them letting down the people.
Mr. Prakash Raj, are you telling me that actors, directors, people from the film industry who actually show allegiance towards the ruling party, in this case the BJP, it is not ideological affinity, they do it out of other reasons, probably including fear? Is that what you're saying, sir?
Yes, it is not only BJP. They have done it when Congress was in power. Any political government, any chief ministers, they do it. Now it is because it is the truth today, it is BJP. It has been done before too. I have seen people sold themselves to Congress, sold into a lot of other political parties also. It is that human trait which I am not very comfortable with. So now it is BJP, because they have understood that we can have them, and it's glamour, it is them surrounded. All these people also support us, and that's exactly what happens. BJP person Amit Shah will come and meet big actors. We don't even know whether they are with them or not, but the picture is enough for them, for the WhatsApp university to say NTR is with them, he is with them. So they are misusing it, and it is not fair. And I think as an artist community, you have to be more beautiful, you have to be more sensitive if you're really an artist, and you don't sell others.
Can I ask you if you've seen the Kerala files and what you think of it?
See, Kerala files or Kerala story or
actually, yeah.
Other files, whatever.
Kashmir files, yeah.
See, it is very obvious. It is very Kashmir files and all these. And now they want to do one film on Razakar movements in Telangana, of how Muslims were bad many centuries back. See, these are all fellows who are creating so much of unrest. What is the agenda behind this? What is their intention behind it? Now, when Kashmir Files was released, now when Kerala Files is released, you are looking at people in the audience where BJP and RSS people are able to make hate speeches in a theater where it is supposed to be. So I don't believe in banning any film. Let the people decide. But the sort of propaganda you make, and a Prime Minister talks about Kerala Files. He is also doing pracharak of films, and in BJP-led government, you give them tax-free. So all this is pinpointing, it is written on the wall that these are all propaganda films. They want to bring in unrest in this world. It is not a Schindler's List, right? There is no honesty, there is no accountability. They just want to. So when you see it, call a spade a spade. Why just before the election you have to release the film? What is your timing? Suddenly, for the publicity sake, you say 32,000 women were kidnapped, and suddenly because the court comes in and the censor board comes in, they say only 3. So, but you have done the damage.
But Mr. Prakash Raj, even if it is just 3, the story of those 3 has been honestly depicted. Then does the filmmaker not have the right to create the sort of cinema that he wants to? Say 3,
I'm telling you, correct. They have the right to make a film. I have a right to make a film, even if it is just one. Let the people decide. But the way you do it, that is not your intention. See, I'm from the industry for the last 3 decades. I know why a filmmaker makes a film, yaar. You don't teach me. I know why they make it. What is the mahal you have created? What is the ecosystem you have created here among the people? So you need to look at the agenda and intent. I'm not talking about the right to make. Even if it is one, it is wrong. You have to make a film on that. But that is not the intention of the film.
Yesterday, the filmmakers actually...
You just can't, it is law, it is freedom of... You can't just do that.
Yesterday, the filmmakers have actually brought in 20 women who they claim were Hindu women who were, who were brainwashed by Muslim men to convert, and they ended up becoming ISIS brides, etc. So they are saying, you may have pointed out.
Brought that. Yogi Adityanath ji called them and garlanded. All will happen. Everything will happen, but don't you see between the lines? We need to understand certain things between the lines too, isn't it? As a sensitive citizen of this country, let us read it between the lines too, and let me express that which is between the lines. I see it.
Any thoughts on this entire boycott Bollywood culture that has suddenly emerged? It's happened to almost, every new film that is releasing. Not so much in the south as much in the north. Any views on that, sir?
Boycott culture is wrong. Who are you to boycott a film? And I'm so happy those boycotts are little jokers that they have not been able to stop a film at all. It's earning. It is just earning. But that is the mahal they have created. No? That is the fear. See, the point is, for the next generation director or a young talent who wants to write a film, you want to impose it and prepare fear in him then itself. So you should understand that which is disturbing the future. This is not done. This is not done at all.
You're saying that a mahal has been created where a filmmaker is not in a position to tell an honest story, because that is the mahal of fear that has been created.
Because these people are saying they want a story what they already know. Why have you lost the patience of listening to some stories, seeing some films? How do you decide what is wrong, what is right before it is released? And on what basis will you do? That you will go cut Deepika Padukone's nose. You will cut somebody's head. Ranbir Kapoor does a film and you bring back 11 years back statement. Isn't this foolish? Isn't this wrong? Isn't this scary? You will say just because she is wearing a color bikini and you bring religion to color. So you're understanding that, no? You're seeing what is between lines.
When
they want to ban a film, they say it is okay, we don't like it. But when people say, why are this film? No, there's already censor board. See, these dual agendas, I think people will get fed up with it soon. That's the only way out.
As a multilingual actor who speaks, I don't know how many languages you speak, but sir, 5 or 6 languages, what you make of the language wars?
7 languages.
7 languages.
7 languages.
7 languages. You speak 7 languages, sir. So I think you are a fit person to comment on the language.
You're talking about Hindi imposition.
Yes, I'm talking about Hindi imposition, and I want to ask you if that argument is even fair. Because, the Home Minister said what he said in passing.
I just give you a statement.
How does it become Hindi imposition, sir?
When you ask the people of Karnataka to buy a packet of curds, but they have to learn what curd is called in Hindi, dahi will be printed. When a man from Karnataka, a villager, wants to go somewhere, the boards will be Hindi. You are forced to. See, I'm trying to tell you, simple it is. You speak Hindi because you know the language Hindi. I am forced to speak Hindi because you only know Hindi. There is a difference. We are not the same. We are not the same. Isn't it? Why? Why don't you respect local? Every language is pregnant with its culture, with its history, with its music, with its metaphors. Language is just a sound, but a language within itself is so rich. And we have different farming patterns, we have different geography, and every language in its pregnancy delivers its nature, its culture, its beliefs. That is how a language is. Why do you want everybody to learn one language? Why don't they have the right? You may not say I am not imposing, but a villager in Karnataka goes to a bank and he has to learn Hindi to open an account. Not done. That's imposition.
But Mr.
That
Prakash
is
Raj,
imposition.
where has the imposition
Now, why
come?
do you want me to learn Hindi?
No, but
so that I am able to, no, I'm telling you. That is imposition.
How is it imposition? Because the Home Minister
If you are
only
not
said,
giving me a choice to read a board in my mother tongue.
no, the Home Minister of this country
So
said,
why are you putting Hindi in Karnataka, I'm asking you, on a pack of curd? Why is Kannada not there? Why am I forced to know it as a dahi? I call it mosaru. From my childhood, I call it mosaru. I want to see a pack and say, idu mosaru. Why are you coming into it? Why do you want me to learn Hindi? So that you will understand my problems, or I should understand you? Let it be my choice.
so here's the thing. The Home Minister of this country has defended his statement saying, all I was saying is that instead of English being the link language, let Hindi be the link language. At no point of time am I saying that the mother tongue needs to go out of the equation. At no point of time am I saying that Hindi needs to be the national language
That
of this
let me
country.
decide. No, who is he to say? Who is he to say? He can only express. I should have the say. Who is he to say that everybody should learn Hindi? It is your opinion. You can put your opinion. A Tamilian will decide whether he wants English or Hindi. A Malayali will decide, a Telugu guy will decide, a Kannadiga will decide according to his needs. Which language he is important to him to express, to communicate. What I want to do, what I want to learn, what I want to Google, what I want to eat, what I want to dress. You can give your opinion. You can give your suggestion. Don't try to give that suggestion saying that is why I put everywhere boards in Hindi. Like, first give me a choice, no? Who are you?
Mr. Prakash Raj, good to chat with you. Thank you very much for joining us and being so frank and honest in this interview. Good to have you on the show, sir. Thank you for joining Mirror Now.